Hello and good morning, my lovely listeners. I am on a little holidays, and then when I was going on holidays, I thought that's gonna be a good time to record some podcasts because I will have some free time and I will be really relaxed. And then I love recording podcasts. It comes easily to me. It's my passion, it's my hobby, so I can do that. And it doesn't actually look this way so much. I mean, I love doing podcasts and I love recording and I love speaking to you, and it's my therapy as well. And I'm really happy with every episode. As you know, I'm not doing that much preparation like in paper. I do it in my head, but just not in paper. But it's something that it didn't come so easily to me. It's a little bit as if I am thinking, no, Hannah, you have to do it. Like this is your way. This is something that you are meant to be doing. So obviously I have to wait for the specific moment when I'm by myself, when it's not that noisy around me. Like here in this port, I'm looking at the water and all the boats, and it's really lovely. And I was thinking really quickly of the recent things and experiences that happened to me, and one of them was that I was speaking to a friend of mine. We were talking about dreams and the reality that dreams bring to us and the meaning they bring, and he was telling me about his dream that really made a big impact on me. It was obviously, as with dreams, a little bit scary, or really scary dreams like this, was at his grandmother's house that he used to visit when he was a little boy. And it was a big house, and it was in this part of Poland where before the Second World War Germans used to live. So the area just changed, and I guess came from German hands to Polish hands, and so on and so forth, as it was the case with many of other areas in Poland and Russia and Germany. And he said he had this dream that his mom or his sister asked him to go inside this house, and the house had three-story building, 3 stories, and at the top there was attic. So in the way he was saying this, it was as if it kind of sounded familiar. So he said that he went all the way up to the attic, and there was a really strange feeling there, as if there was something in there, and the shadows there were kind of pulsating in the main kind of hallway that had a lot of doors around it, and it was really bright, but the shadow was kind of dark, and then it was as if he came out of his body all of a sudden, and I kind of flew downstairs, and downstairs there was a circle of like a fire, or like a pulsating light or energy or shadow, and it kind of looked like people who had really, like, faceless people, but you could tell that they were really suffering, and they were really deeply traumatized, sad, and they were kind of gathered or circled around this pulsating that he was explaining, which was like pure evil. And I kind of saw that from the top as he was floating above it, and he said that was the most traumatizing dream he's ever had in his entire life. And now he is just late 30s, and this dream happened when he was kind of teenager. So the fact that he remembered this dream with such a detail, it just really impacted me. And then we were talking about this dream and I was kind of asking what meaning, and asking them, my friends, and asking myself what kind of meaning dream like this would have. And we were also, funnily enough, we're talking about LA and Hollywood, and a bit of kind of conspiracy theories of different meaning and quite evil meaning. And I won't go into this at this moment, but for me this dream represented the fact that there are those dark forces around, and they do exist. I mean, light and darkness does exist, both of those things, and they, in a way, they complement each other. There would be no darkness without light and no light without darkness. However, the specific human darkness that maybe also is fed but by some, or it is probably fed but by some evil energetics. It's funny that I talk about this here in this really peaceful, lovely port where people are traveling and their yachts all over the world, and this is really calming and tranquil atmosphere. And while I am talking about this here, I kind of look around, and it's almost as if the wind picked up a little bit and the energy is kind of picked up a little bit. So I won't talk too much about this, but what I wanted to say was that the meaning of dreams and the answers that dreams bring, and sometimes like that one, and the fact that he shared this dream, just kind of to be more awakened to those forces and ask yourself some questions that maybe otherwise you wouldn't ask. And even if you talk to someone about this or listen to my podcast and it brings up some questions, because I believe that my belief is that although it's not that great to go into rabbit hole and to go into the conspiracy theories of different meaning of different aims of trafficking and things like this, and well, it's been talked about in media anyway, so it's not like it's not a bit of common knowledge. But anyway, with this dream, is just the meaning of this was just to be awaken and be aware that this exists. But going beyond this, what we can do is we can spread the light. And I always talk about this, what you can do as a person, as a small person in the world, sometimes one person, and sometimes you are just so overwhelmed with everything that's going on, and these are maybe not pleasant things. And I know in London we are just in a time of a lot of arguing, a lot of neighborly quarrels about different things, and I was talking about this in my previous episodes. And first of all, how do you react on this, and what energy do you send from yourself to whoever you are arguing with? This is just to be aware, this is the energy that you create, the energy within you is very potent, and it can, it can do good, and it can also do bad. And energy, like particles, they are very light, so they travel all over, and your thoughts and your feelings create those let's say little vortexes of energy. So your and my goal is to create as much light as possible, and the light comes from little gestures, and it could be a smile. I always say, if you pick up a bit of rubbish, if you smile to someone, if you pat a dog, if you smile to a child, if you say a nice word to someone, if you call someone. So those little things, and it's sort of funny to think all those little things that you do and little gestures and good deed that you do, are they really going to be something that can stand against, big, let's call them all conspiracy theories, but let's say, can do your little gestures, your smiles, your good deeds, can they really stand against the big black, really evil forces? And I think yes, because we are so powerful, because our thoughts are so powerful, and we have forgotten about our powers, and we can get so overwhelmed because our really strong spirits are sort of closed, first of all, in our 3D bodies that are so vulnerable and are experiencing pain and experiencing sadness and so fragile. You know, we can cut ourselves so easily against a piece of paper. So our bodies are so fragile, but our minds, our spirits are so strong, and we forget about this because we get overwhelmed, yes, obviously by our bodies, but also by our 3D reality that surrounds us, and everything that we kind of feel that we want to control to feel safe, but we cannot control really. The only thing that we can fully control, it's what's happening in us. And even I'm saying control, our thoughts is not really something that we can fully control, but we can make ourselves observers of those thoughts rather than let them rule us. So whatever thoughts would come to us, that's fine. We can also contradict them, or we can take ourselves to some other area if we think that some environment bring those thoughts, or some sort of people. So we can obviously physically remove ourselves from certain situations that create thoughts and create realities and create feelings. I think what Joe Dispenza was saying, your thoughts create your feelings, create your emotions, create your reality. So it's like a chain. So it's definitely the fact that that we can be those warriors, I would even say, because sometimes to stand next to the evil, you have to be a warrior. So it takes a lot. But like I was saying, first of all, it starts with awareness and just the knowledge, and obviously, as maybe a lot of you, and I certainly know people like this, that would really study this, and if it's of your interest, then I guess yes. It's just not of my interest. I guess I'm just also very sensitive, so it would definitely, and I have a big imagination, so it would definitely, first of all, shake this imagination. Second of all, I can be really, like with these dreams, when something is really descriptive, be it in writing or in the words, when someone is describing something that really resonates with me, I can really sort of see it. I can feel it, like it was with this dream. So it's not always. And then we talked about it yesterday, and I could still remember this dream and think about this dream, his dream yesterday, about those evil forces, because the way he was saying it was, I really kind of not felt it, but I understood it. I've seen him experiencing that, so I almost was experiencing this through him. So that's why I don't know how empathic are you. I don't really watch horror movies. I never watch horror movies now. I don't really like to see kind of anything that is sad or black or black meaning sad, or things that are happening to someone is suffering. So it's really, really hard for me to see those things, and definitely it's because I am emotional, which in a ways it's helping my life. That's who I am. But on the other hand, it just doesn't make me fit to see that, to experience that. It does not mean that I am not strong, does not mean that I haven't been through a lot of this kind of suffering, or seen a lot of suffering. I have. It's just some people are more, maybe they don't personalize it as much, maybe they can separate themselves more from this. For me, when I see a sad looking doggy or someone really poor on the street or something like this, and I think I've also spoken about this, I take it quite personally. So this is definitely something I need to work on, and I think meditation also helps with that, and just being really kind to myself as well. But this is the point that I am in now, so that's why I wouldn't really go and research things like Hollywood parties or other kind of Illuminatis or things like this. It's not really, I am aware of this, and I've spoken to people who did quite a lot of research about this, and obviously people like, I don't know, David Icke or people like this who are, even Aaron Doughty had a moment that he admitted he was looking into it. So I think that's the part of that's a part of when awakeness, that you kind of start awakening, and then you are more and more aware of those evil forces, and you want to really see where they come from, what do they mean, why they are there, who is really at the top. Is that like a family who is ruling the world and who is ruling everything, and is that like some beings that came from a different planet that harvest our, I don't know, blood or energy or something like this? There's just lots of things like that I don't want to put my thoughts into, and I know if I maybe started researching this or looking into that, it would kind of sit and be with me for some time, so I don't really want to do it to myself at all. But yes, going back to the dreams, definitely kind of going beyond of that was the dream, trying to feel and see what this dream really meant, what it was trying to show you, why it was there, and well, have as much fun with this as you would like to. But also I think talking about those dreams to other people and maybe trying to analyze it together, that could be quite fun as well, because people can have different views, and like for me that could be something that would bring a lot of reflection, and sometimes maybe sharing this dream would sort of make it a bit lighter for you. I don't know, just a thought there. So I speak to you soon, and I hope you are well, and I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you do, please give it a like. Thanks so much. Bye.